Alright, today I got a chance to review the Sig P365 SAS, which I guess stands for their Sig Anti-Snag system. And what they've done is they've taken their 365, just so everyone knows the gun is empty around the magazine. But they've taken their 365 and they have basically removed the sights from the front. There is no protruding sight post, nothing from the rear. They put in this little bullseye system that has a like a Meppel light, I guess it is. Let me see if I can't get it to line up just right. There we go. So when you line up, it's actually pretty damn cool to have that kind of a very bright sight picture. It's pretty awesome. However, some of the questions that I've heard about this is, number one, does the gun become less accurate to shoot because you don't have that front and rear sight that you can reference when you're lining up on a target? So is this really going to be just close range only? I have a feeling the way Sig designed this pistol was exactly for that, very close personal range. But we're going to test that theory and see how accurate we can be with this pistol at ranges, further than 5-7 yards, that kind of thing. Number two, we're going to test, okay, does it really make it easier to pull from your pocket and not get snagged on your clothing and come out and shoot as compared to another pistol of its size? I will tell you that I don't know if a single person actually carries a pistol in their pocket without having some kind of a holster for it to go in. Most everyone I know carries their pistols using a belt holster, an inside the waistband holster, or if they're going to carry it in their pocket, they have it some kind of a pocket holster. I don't know who would just carry a gun freely in their pocket. It's going to turn sideways. It's going to flip upside down. It's going to print very easily. So I don't even know if this is really even needed. But we're going to check it out anyway. It's got a ported barrel. I'm not quite sure how well a ported barrel is going to really do for recoil management on this small gun, but I'm going to see how that goes. And the only thing I really have to compare it to is my Glock 43. So I bought it, roughly the same size, of course, but it's got the typical front and rear sight that's extended above the slide, and so I'm going to see, how does it compare? Can I pull the Sig out of my pocket faster than I can with the little 43 here and get faster hits on target? I don't know. Anyway, so we're gonna have some fun today. We're gonna test this out. All right, let's get to it. All right, accuracy test number one is gonna be from the 7-yard line, basically 21 feet. I'm gonna aim at one of those little silhouette guy above his right shoulder. Wow, so that was 5 shots aiming at that little guy above the right shoulder, and I pushed that group high and to the right. And the entire time I was holding the bullseye on the dead center of that little silhouette. So high and to the right a little bit. So just to kind of give you a little bit of a reference of what size of that group is. High to the right. Don't know why that is. All right, well, let's back it up some and change the distance. See what we can do. So before we go back to the 15-yard line, I'm going to do a comparison run at 7 yards with my little Glock 43 using standard sights. I'm going to aim for the little silhouette on the other side of the shoulder. right, empty. So big difference in how that turned out. As you can tell, I actually put 4 holes pretty much near each other and 1 hole down here by itself. So, you know, that's a much tighter group than the 365 from the same distance. Much tighter group. That little guy right there, don't worry about that little guy right there. Anyway, big difference. All right, let's back up. We'll do it from 15. All right, back at 15 yards, and we're gonna go ahead and use the Sig back here and do 5 shots. This time I'm gonna aim for the head on that left side target. I'm empty, and I'll go ahead and tell y'all that that is a horrible, horrible group. Let's go down there and take a look. I didn't come anywhere near hitting the head. As a matter of fact, shot once again high and to the right, and I pushed those all near the scoring box. Nowhere near the head. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think that was 5, because these were my first 5 right here. And that was my point of aim. All right, let's go back. Try the same thing at 15 yards with the Glock 43, see what changes. All right, back here at, we're back here at 15 yards. So I'm going to go ahead and do the shot with the Glock 43. I'm still going to aim for the same target and the center of the face, the head. So still using the same target. Gun's empty. I'll tell you what, that wind's actually pushing me around a little bit. Stronger than I thought it was. All right, so aiming for the head, Glock 43. I got 2 rounds touching each other, 1 round just above them, and shot a little low. And I think my first round actually shot just a little bit to the left. Anyway, so got 2 shots here, 1 shot here, 1 shot here. I guess that's just me yanking the trigger, but that's my point of aim, and this is where I hit. This is where I hit with the Sig. I cannot explain that. It's doesn't make me happy. All right, let's back it up and just see what we do at 25 yards. All right, back here at 25 yards with the Sig 365 SAS. So I'm just going to aim for the left side target, full center mass of the body. We'll see how she goes. All right, and we're out, and once again, I don't think I came close to hitting the center of what I was aiming for. I think I actually hit the frame because I saw the whole target move. So, oh my gosh. I was aiming dead center of the chest, and I've got shots literally hitting the frame, which is a good 1.5 feet to the right at 25 yards. That's terrible. My point of aim with that sight picture was here. 1, 2, 3. Hell, who knows where the other one's at. I know I hit the frame one time because it splattered and shredded the paper. Wow, that's a good elbow to wrist. It's a good foot to the right from 25 yards. Holy crap. And I thought I had a good sight picture. All right, let's see what the Glock 43 does at 25 yards. All right, back here at 25 yards, I'm gonna use my Glock 43. Same thing, 5 rounds. Aiming center mass of the left side target. And in case I didn't say so, using the same exact ammo for both guns. Left. All right, guns out. So I do have a tendency with this little 43 to pull left, and I think it's just because I have too much finger across the trigger. I don't know. But still, the fact is I'm aiming for the center mass of a man at 25 yards, and I hit him 5 times at 25 yards, which is kind of what you want in a pistol. You know, you want to be able to kind of hit where you're aiming. So there she goes. So 5 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My point of aim was right here in the center. So I pulled a little left. That's all me. That's just because I probably got too much finger across the trigger. But no comparison at all between the Glock 43 and that Sig with the no sight system. That's why I call it the no sight system, because Jesus Christ would not be happy with that at all. But let's do some more testing just for fun. All right, here's the next test that we're going to do. I'm out here off the steel target. I'm about, I'd say, 5 yards away, which is about as comfortable as I feel close shooting on steel. And we're going to test the theory of is this gun, is it good for what it's intended for, which is the sight's not snagging on your pocket as you draw. So I got a shot timer here. We're going to do a couple shots and just see what the time is to come out of the pocket and get a shot off. See if it snags. I've got 5 rounds, and I'm going to just use my regular pair of jeans I ought to wear if I'm out. All right. Once again, I don't know why you would ever carry a gun loose in your pocket, because it just seems like it's very obvious it's a gun, and you know it's going to tilt. But I'm going to start off with my hand on the gun, hand on the grip, and just try and pull out and take a shot. So let's see. 1.81. .45. I will tell you that it's still grabbing the pocket. I don't think there's anything you can stop that. All right, 1.26. 1.40. I'm not gonna lie, still snags. Now these aren't tight jeans either. These are just average. I like loose fitting jeans, and this is what I would wear. 1.46. So 1.8 something was the highest. I had several in the 1.4, one in the 1.2. Let's just call it even, round it off. I'd say 1.4 something, right? Let's try the 43. All right, gonna do the same test with the 43 with normal sights. 5 shots in the pocket. Finger off the trigger. All right, here we go. .44. Wow. I can feel the front sight catching the pocket easily. .72. Speeding up. Still not as fast as the Sig. I think we got a 1.2 something with that Sig, didn't we? You're gonna miss the target by 1.44. Man, I tell you what, it's a big difference. Big difference. .03. All right, so I can say without a doubt, it is better to have a firearm with no sights on the slide if you're going to be drawing from a holster. Correction, if you're going to be drawing from a pocket without a holster. So hands down, Sig wins this. I still feel like I was getting caught coming out with the Sig, but hands down, it beats having a gun with sights on the outside of the slide. But what I think this just goes to show is I wouldn't carry it in my pocket. I wouldn't carry the Sig in my pocket, right? So anyway, so we at least know, hey, it works for that. All right, so the last thing I want to test is getting a flash front sight picture, which is what I would normally do on a gun that has typical sights. If I'm up close, I'm just going to do natural point of aim, and the minute that I can tell the target's wider than my front sight post, I'm going to pull the trigger. But this doesn't have a front sight post. So how do we do that? We're just going to press out until I see that glowing rear dot, rear sight. I don't even know if I can get on this camera. It's kind of hard to do it. There she is. So I'm just going to press out until I see that and see if it's quick. All right, here we go. And I'm just going to start from kind of a compressed ready, so to speak. Press low ready, basically. .67. .77. .68. .87. I feel like I just couldn't get it lined up, so I didn't see the green. That was I think that was a miscue on the timer. It says 1.40. I know that wasn't right. I think he just added it to the last one. So definitely had I thought it'd be easy because the way that rear sight is, I thought it'd be easy to pick up that glowing green rear sight. But as I was coming up, let's see if I can't get it there. As I was coming up, if you don't have it just right, you'll lose it. So that's a beautiful, that's beautiful and gone. So very hard to pick up. So let's try this with the typical sight. All right, I'm gonna try the same thing with my Glock 43, which has typical sights, right? Got the Ameriglow Hackathorn sights on it. Let's see how we do picking it up. Just a flash front sight picture on the target. .72. .72. .75. .60. That was a .58. I think I pulled it off the right edge. Anyway, it definitely was easier for me to pick up that front sight. Even when the gun wasn't in a perfect position, when I came up several times, it could tell that the target was now behind my sights, and I fired. I knew it wasn't going to be a dead center shot, maybe a little high, but I could see the front sight post, and I could still pick it up. Can't do that with the Sig. Can't do that with the Sig. I was able to come up and reference that front sight somewhere on that white background and fire off a shot. And if you don't have that Sig just right, you got nothing. You got nothing. All right, so my day at the range is concluded with testing out the Sig P365 SAS, the Sig Anti-Snag system. And my final thoughts are, would I suggest spending the money and buying that gun? No. I would much rather spend my money and buy a normal Sig P365 with sights on it on the exterior part of the slide. It is a much more phenomenally better gun. I have shot the 365 before and been very accurate out to 50 and 100 yards with it. Phenomenal gun. But removing that front sight post off the slide, from my videos, I had terrible accuracy with it beyond 7 yards. Basically, that gun's good for 0 to about 7 yards. After that, good luck. The only thing it did good was slide out of the pocket easily. I wore these jeans. These are decent sized pockets. They're loose. This is where I would carry a gun in. But I don't know anybody who would carry a pistol just in their pocket. Like I said, everyone I know is going to carry a pistol in an inside the waistband holster, outside the waistband holster, or maybe a pocket holster, and you still would have the sights covered. So really, that's a niche gun just made for one thing. But I'm not going to spend $560 on a gun that is really only good from 0 to say 10 yards and sucks everywhere else. If I'm going to spend that kind of money, I want a gun that I know that if I need to take accurate shots or any kind of a shot at long range, what I consider long range, 25, 30 yards, that I can do it and I can do it accurately. And I can do that with a normal Sig P365. I can do it with my Glock 43. I cannot do it with a Sig P365 SAS. So final thoughts on that would be, I don't know, I wouldn't buy it. I'd spend my money on a normal 365 or, another gun with sights on it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this review. Thanks.